Yeah, g'day YouTubers, Tinker O'Toole again here with another video. Today we're going to do a bit of a review on this MS311. I've had it for about 3 years, used it quite a bit, so I can give you some information what I think about it. Its power to weight ratio isn't that fantastic. It's got a power to weight ratio of 2 kilograms, whereas the MS500i has got a power to weight ratio of 1.2 kilograms. So it's a very heavy saw. I think it weighs around about 6.5 kilos or something like that there. So 6.5 kilos for a 59cc saw. Look, the saw works good. I can't complain about the performance of the saw. It does cut, as I said, it does feel a bit heavy for what it is. It's only 200 grams lighter than an MS500i, and an MS500i has a lot more power in it than this. So a little bit on the heavy side. Not too sure why, because they use in a lot of plastics in this, quite a lot of plastics. It comes with a decomp valve, so that's okay. Air filter, I really like the air filter because it just twists. So you push it on, twist. Can't get better than that. I wish the 500i was something similar. The only thing with the 500i filter is probably twice the size of this. But nonetheless, I do like the way that it twists. It really does lock in, whereas a 500i has a hole at the back there, so does a 661. A lot of the steel saws have that same filter that has a hole at the back, and that's where it collects dust. And when you take the filter off, some have the screw on there, and you undo the screw, but anywhere there's a hole, or it's a place that fine dust gets in, whereas fine dust really can't get in here. It is a brilliant filter. I can't complain about it. So the saw is a little bit on the heavy side, but apart from that, it really cuts well. The cylinder head is a clamshell type head on it. It doesn't have the standard 4 clamshell. There's 2 pieces to a clamshell, and a clamshell, if you pull a clamshell motor apart, the crank, half the crank is in the top half of the head, and the other crankshaft, the bottom of the crankshaft, is in the bottom. So it's 2 pieces, and it's not as good as the traditional old one. It may be cheaper to manufacture, I'm not too sure. But the other thing that I sort of dislike is that they don't even, this part here where the bar goes on is still made out of all plastic. So yeah, look, when I brought the saw, I got a good deal on it, and I didn't even take the time to I didn't review it good enough. It hasn't let me down. I'm not saying that it's let me down or caused me any problems, but when I look at any of the pro saws, I can see the difference in the quality, that they don't have as much plastic in the pro saws. Very little plastic, except for the hand, part of the handle, the fuel tank, and that. So they tend to, and here the same thing. This is plastic, whereas on the pro saws it's aluminium. There's much more aluminium on the pro saws, or titanium. So, but overall, I guess you get what you pay for. And this saw wasn't cheap. You know, you're looking at, I think even today, it's about $1,300. So they're not a cheap saw. None of the steel saws are really cheap unless you get an MS170, which is probably the best value that you could buy. Considering they're only a 30cc saw, they do work really well. So this is a 59 point something cc's. So this is double the cc's, and you can really feel it, how it performs. It really does perform well. It starts easy. I am happy with it. The only thing, like I say, that there's a lot of plastic in them. I know they're very high quality plastics. I have seen some of the plastics fail. It's just that now if I buy any new chainsaws, I sort of tend to pay the extra and buy a pro saw. You only get what you pay for. But nonetheless, it's not a bad saw, and I can't complain on its performance. It really does work good. I just complain in about too much plastic for me. So yeah, I'd rather like the aluminium. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.